Break.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Lebanon Board of Park Commissioners meeting for the month of October. Please let it be shown that we have 4 of our park board members present this evening, and we have 1 absent, Jessica Lamar. No, what's her name? Lawler. Sorry, I am drawing a complete blank this evening. And also, the next item on the agenda is the minutes from the September meeting. If everyone has had a chance to take a look at those minutes, I would entertain a motion.
I'll move that we accept the minutes as
Second.
provided.
Okay. Let it be shown that the minutes for the September 3rd meeting there's been a motion and passed. Then any old business this evening, Mr. Messenger? No old
No old
business for
business.
tonight?
No, we're
Okay.
good.
And how about new business?
No new business.
All right. Well, then can we move forward with the director's report this evening?
We sure can. Kevin Krulik could not give the engineering report. However, I sent it and it should be in your email folders there. Not a lot to report on other than we did get Thompson Street down at Abner Longley, got that all demolished. Triangle Asphalt also came in and put the coating of asphalt down, the surface for the north side of Thompson Street where we'll have an entry there. They completed that a couple weeks ago. It looks real nice. The next will be the funding for the outside to put a roof on it and dress up the outside. That will be coming as soon as there's a reimbursement from the utility to the city. That will come later on from the Grant Street project phase 2, I believe. So the funding has been addressed and that will move forward. Probably not till spring will you see anything move. The building is secured. We've done quite a bit of work and had a friend come over and actually put some block up and all the entries into it are secured. So we are storing quite a bit of stuff, our Christmas lights and other things there. Nothing of anybody's need to break in or anything like that. But that's done. Also, the perimeter path, that's out for, should be getting bids coming in on the perimeter path around Abner Longley. That's the path and the lighting. That package went out, and I believe it'll be the 13th of October, I think 13th, 15th, that it'll be opened up, and we'll look at it, see if we can go forward and move forward with that. And I think that also is going to be taken care of with the phase 2 project from Grant Street, the reimbursement there. Also, we have work completed. Anyway, I'll just start the report. We have had a lot of events and activities in our parks over the past month. Lice's Autumn Academy at Reese Park had a record-breaking amount of registrations, and it'll end later this month. I think mid-month it'll be ending up. Lebanon Youth Football playoffs and travel games ended this month, and games were played at Abner Longley. The new pickleball and tennis courts have been consistently busy and very well received. Even found a tennis ball down at Abner Longley. So tennis is being played quite a bit too. Those pickleball courts are full though. Just went by there and they're packed. Well received though. Inwell hosted their annual Rockout Recovery event in Memorial Park in the month of September and had a nice turnout. The Corvette car show had some rain, which hurt the turnout, but they still saw about 50 cars come out. That's the last rain we had, and it never fails on a car show day. They don't like to come out with those. LHS fall baseball and Indiana baseball have wrapped up their season, and we're now doing quite a bit of work in the infield down there prepping for next season. Want to thank Kevin Kays and his crew for helping us out with that project. The infield needed quite a bit of work as far as leveling out, and I couldn't ask for better help than Kevin Kays. He's really a blessing there to help us with all that work. Our fall pickleball league, it'll finish up in the next couple of weeks. All 9 teams are doing great. This league is played on Thursday nights, and we will host another league in the spring. The homecoming parade for the high school came through Memorial Park. Had to clear some trees. Chuck drove the ladder truck through, and we kind of looked to see what we needed to cut down so we didn't knock any of those kiddos off the fire truck. So that was interesting, but no. A lot of spectators out there, and it was nice to see that. And we won the homecoming, by the way. So that was even the icing on the cake. The Lebanon Lincoln Days event was held this past weekend, Memorial Park. Weather was beautiful. Attendance was a little down this year. So discussing with the Historical Society and their leaders, Jane Hammock as one of them who's instrumental in this whole event happening, and possibly move that event to Abner Longley. Just in discussion now, so I'll let you know how that comes on down the line. One of our biggest events to prep and plan for is Eli Lilly's Global Day of Service. This year, we hosted 475 volunteers. They worked 4 hours in the morning on a Thursday a couple weeks ago with a variety of duties, including cleanup of downtown, the Big Four Trail, community gardens they helped out, Episcopal Church out on John Bart, also 20 of them are out there, Stone Eater Bike Park, and more. I can't tell you how great it is. They did an outstanding job. Completing nearly all their tasks, 19 hours of tasks. We also received a grant because we really didn't have the money for the tools and all the items that they'd be needing to do all their tasks. But 1,900 hours. We have 9 employees that are working, so that's about a whole month of 40 hours per week it's just amazing what gets done. We were actually trying to find work, but a lot goes into that from not only the Alpha staff, but our superintendent and supervisors, Billy Smith, Joel McMasters, Logan Banks, all put a lot of time in and effort, and along with Taylor Orr and Allison, as far as organizing, making sure we had several meetings with Lily going up to it. They even helped out the utilities, painting fire hydrants. So if you saw those red shirts around your community, which not only helps the utilities in a lot of work, but it also identifies the different sizes for the fire department I didn't know, but those color codes, there's orange, white, red. They're going around painting those, and that was kind of thrown at them last minute, but it sure did help out. Utilities was very grateful. Maintenance has taken down several trees and removed stumps, while also treating most of the parks with chemical. We've pretty well taken care of all the parks. We have a couple of sports fields yet to do since there's activity. We'll hold off till they're done. Probably be aerating and seeding, definitely out at Reese Park, and probably the baseball field and football field. Those are our 3 main ones, along with our softball field. All the athletic grounds we try and take care of and put a little extra in. But we need some rain. That's the big thing. We also placed several new memorial benches around Memorial Park. We have trees coming in. Again, we are waiting on the rain to come in so we can get those trees in the ground. The building at Thompson Street has been demoed, as I said earlier, and we've now seeded all that area. It's come up, and Steve Day and Triangle Asphalt took care of the north side of the building. It's all complete. And as I said, the building restoration will probably be starting in the spring of 2026. The parking lines and directional arrows throughout Abner Longley, they've been repainted. I want to thank DPW for their help in that. They have a nice machine. They came out and took care of all our lines, freshened those up. It was nice for football and just travel throughout there to have that all completed. The Big Four Trail, there again, Steve Day from Triangle Asphalt went out and ground some of that, the old asphalt kind of puckers and bubbles up and made some dangerous bumps out there. It still has some issues to a degree, but Steve went out and ground a lot of those down, and then the DPW came out. They have put some asphalt, cut out some areas, and replaced that. The Parks Department been helping the DPW also clean up the brush along the fence row at DPW. Both departments have been working very well together as a team, and it's really nice to get to work with other departments and all the work to accomplish. There is a ride coming out on the Big Four Trail, a witches ride on Saturday evening. So as far as that, you can go to the Heart of Lebanon for that. But I just wanted it smooth out there prior to them all coming out and doing a night ride. Don't need any accidents. That work should be completed by tomorrow at the latest. I think they're pretty well wrapped up, but they did cut out a lot of those nasty areas and put some fresh asphalt in. The council approved the additional appropriation to finish out the year. I told you I was going before them on the 22nd, and they did approve the shortfalls that we had for the rest of the year, which they were well aware of when we discussed it budgets. And there again, I appreciate their help and support. Saturday, October 11th, there will be a 8-hour run walkathon at Memorial Park. This event is hosted by Joe Harden and John Santera, and it is called Hustle in the Heartland. You can visit their Facebook event page for more information. Pumpkins in the Park will take place on Saturday, October 25th. Come anytime between 11 and 2 for pumpkin painting, s'mores, making hay rides, kettle corn, and more. The Journey Ray Band will be there again this year. They're great, as well as Traveling Tom's Coffee truck will be there. Cost is $5 per person, and we hope to see everybody out there. It's always a nice event. The YMCA will be hosting their Veterans Day drive-through in Memorial Park on Monday, November 10th. And our 2025 Christmas parade will be here before we know it. You can visit our website, register your float, or give our office a call. The parade continues to be bigger and better every year. And that's the first Saturday in December that we host that. And it is huge. So, yeah, quite a bit going on and quite a bit to hit. We did take care of all the winterization also at Seashore Water Park. And unfortunately, with this 80-degree heat, we shut down the splash pad when it was down in the 50s, and kind of regret that. But we already have everything winterized and been identifying maintenance issues. We have somebody up in the slides now, buffing out the slides, preparing for next year. Again, Lily helped us out with a lot of the work on all the loungers and just a lot of the cleaning up at the pool, which helped out just tremendously. I can't tell you how nice it is to have them. We had 300 coming in, and a week before they were to come, she said, "Can you take 175 more people?" And it's like, we looked, we pulled it together. But I appreciate Katie Reisner. She's a hometown girl, used to be Katie Obrimski, that works for Lily, and she does a great job. Great communicator, and she always keeps the parks in mind. They also helped out at the park in Thorntown, and they also helped out. I think they did a lot of trail work there and work at Whitestown. So it's nice there. It's global, so they do it throughout. And it's just nice. I can't believe a company shuts down and just helps and gives back like that. So we're really blessed to have that partner. We also received $10,000 from Solid Waste. Solid Waste has a grant program out, so we applied for that, and they awarded us the grant. They used refurbished materials, and we'll use that on the dog park for more items for the little dogs over there, the little and some benches. But anyway, that's what we had done prior to that on the dog park when we first opened it up. That came available, and we applied for it and got that grant also. So that was a nice $10,000 award. That stuff has been ordered. All the dog items, the jumps and things that they have, that will all be in probably the 1st of November, possibly the end of October. And as soon as it does, we'll put it in. The dog park is still very active down there. Seems to be running very well. Nice to have some new amenities for those doggies, though. But that's for the most part what we have going on. Quite busy. Everybody, we're still cutting trees and doing all that and then prepping the ground. And soon enough, these leaves will come down. Hopefully we can plant. We have about 5 trees memorial trees to plant. If the weather will permit, we'll get those in the ground. But yeah, other than that, that's all I had. Any questions?
I do have a couple of questions. You
Sure.
mentioned the dog park. I'm always curious, do we know how many approximately are registered for using the dog park?
Yeah, last count, I think it was 375 that we have. Yeah, it's quite a bit. We do charge $40 for that, but that pretty much takes care of your fob or your phone app to get into the dog park, but it also helps to maintain, and we can keep records of all the dogs so they don't get the kennel coughs and the other things. We all know they have all their shots that are required, and it's just a nice way to monitor. There's a little area that you go into right off the bat. Then you can unleash them and get them either in the large dog or the small dog. And that also, it's worked out real well. We have a drinking fountain for dogs in there. Again, not really afraid because they all have their shots. Once their shots are up, the program on the computer tells us and they're locked out. So until they get their shots activated again and show us the paperwork, then they get reactivated on their usage for that.
Remind me, is the $40 an annual fee?
Yes,
That's
an
what I was
annual fee.
thinking. Okay.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah, it's not just a one-time. We do it every year. Either that's the only 2 reasons. If they aren't up to date on their shots or if they haven't paid their renewal fee, then they would be locked out. Other than that, it's worked fine. We've had a couple of power outages. Other than that, we've only had one person locked in there, but that was handled. Thank goodness police are around.
Thank
Yes.
goodness. Well, kind of along those lines, we've talked a couple different meetings about seeing if there's a way to find out the usage of each of our park amenities. Have we had any luck gathering that information
Not
from
as
that
of
software?
yet. No, there is Placer ID that our communications director, Joe LePage, has access to. We also have that at the parks. That came about when we had the eclipse, and we could actually it takes your phone and it lets you know if they're staying in our hotels, going where to eat, how many are at the event. We do have a counter like at Stone Eater Bike Park. I don't know how accurate that is, so we are going to look into that and find out how many are using the Big 4 Trail, how many come to these different events. I know Mischief on Meridian will be huge. Our Pumpkins in the Park is that same day, and then that evening, I think there's going to be a lot of people in town for that event. But yes, no, to answer your question, no, we are working on that, and as soon as we get a little bit of free time, we will go forward with that.
I know my understanding is the Placer ID program is not something that's indefinite to us. We have it for a length of time.
It's a length of time.
That's why I've been persistent
Yes.
about trying to see if we
I
can get that information while it's still available to us.
absolutely. I will make a note and we'll do our best to get you those numbers and I'll let everybody know. I think it's beneficial to everybody.
And do you have an update about the gate situation at the pickleball court at Memorial Park?
Yes, I got bids in on that and just trying to find out how we'll finance it. We got 3 bids in, and obviously the lower one, it's not huge amount of money. We do have a gate at Abner Longley. We have 2 gates, so there is access to the back on it. At Memorial, we have not installed one, but that is on the to-do list.
Anybody else have questions for John this evening? No? Then our next agenda item is the consideration for our claims that were presented. Everyone's had a chance to take a look at those and sign off on them. Would anyone like to provide a motion?
Make a motion, we accept the claims.
I'll second. Thank you. With a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, then that passed. The claims are approved for payment. And anybody else have any topics or questions for this evening? All right, then. A motion for adjournment.
I'll move that we adjourn.
Okay. Second, anyone?
I'll second it.
All right. Then this meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much.